Good evening. Today I'm going to tell you about children with developmental disorders. Hope you have already watched Raymond 1988, starring Tom Cruise and Daniel Kaufman, or at least modern TV show Good Doctor. Both of them depict very talented people who have something strange features like a lack of socializing, inability to interpret other people's feelings and express actually themselves. It fits into autistic disorder syndrome that goes into broader term developmental disorder. Why I'm going to talk about developmental disorder right now? Because the data of Center for Disease Control and Prevention shows that 1 in 6 US children are diagnosed with a developmental disorder. It's a great number. So we should be aware of this disorder and how to help children to adapt to adulthood. That's why my first main point will be to define the term developmental disorder and list the symptoms of this disorder. Then secondly, I will speak about early intervention program as a first aid, environmental aid to support these children. Thirdly, introduce inclusive education. And let's move to the first point. So developmental disorder, according to the Administration on Developmental Disability, is any physical or mental impairment that begins before the age 22 that alters or significantly inhibit person's capacity to do at least 3 of the following. They are: take care of themselves, speak and understand clearly, learn, walk and move around, make decisions, live independently, and earn and manage their incomes. As there is no magical pill for this disorder, only therapies of speech, occupational, and physical can adapt children to their social life. That's why if parents see some of the symptoms, they must pay attention to about the symptoms to their pediatricians. They are: when your child is focusing for a long time on one toy, then flat facial expression, no giggling, no smiling to mommy or papi, a lack of interest in new toys, avoid sensory input like hugging or kissing, significant early language delay or absence of language at all, little eye contact. As you see the symptoms, speak about pediatrician, and pediatrician will recommend early intervention program if the child is up to 3. So what is early intervention program? This is a governmental support that aim to adapt through therapy children. Why it's important? Because the psychology of children is rather flexible, plastic during early age. With age, with years, it becomes more difficult to make changes in children's psychology. In a neutral, friendly environment, specially trained teachers adapt the abilities of these children to social life. So definitely this program is beneficial for infants and toddlers, but as well it is rather beneficial for the whole society, because if it goes successfully, and mostly it goes, it decreases the number of children who will need special education lately. So if still your child need special education lately after 5, we will now speak mostly about inclusive education. Why? Because it has as positive sides for children with disabilities as well for children without it. Up to recent, all children with special education were educated at special facilities. So as they were isolated from the children without disabilities. That's why children, when graduated from that school, they had lack of adaptation to adulthood. They were unfamiliar with that environment. New inclusive education gives a chance for children for real everyday experience to normal social life, and it gives them to find friends, to increase their social interactions. They give them access to general curriculum, to general knowledge, and definitely it is beneficial for children without disabilities because they become more polite, more respectful, more helpful. Keeping in mind these 3 points, we must remember that developmental disorder represents a major public health concern, as there is an increase of people diagnosed with it. Parents are the first people that identified some signs of developmental disorder. Then the next step is early intervention program that help to adapt the children. And next step is inclusive education that helps socialize children as possible as to much extent as it's possible. So I hope this speech was informative for you. Hope to see your feedback soon. See you.